Don't judge me because I like sitting on the floor. Oh my gosh, how old am I? I'm Lauren from Speak From The Heart. Thank you so much for tuning in to this newest video. I'm giving you all things speech, language, and life. I am a licensed and certified speech language pathologist, and thank you for watching. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification bell, and that will just let you know when I upload. I am going to be sharing my why today. So why I chose speech language pathology, why I became a speech language pathologist, why I am a speech pathologist, and also a couple of roadblocks that tried to deter me from my path of becoming a speech language pathologist. But you know, that didn't happen. That didn't happen, okay? I just hope that this inspires someone, and I hope that this is also informational and informative, and I will see you in the next clip. So I wanted to be a lawyer up until my senior year of high school. Don't ask me why. I really don't even know. I do not have the personality to be a lawyer at all. But that's what I wanted to do. I looked up some lawyer, things about lawyers, facts about lawyers, the pay and what types of things they can do. And I was like, yes, this is for me. But I realized as I got deeper into my senior year, like that really wasn't what I wanted to do. And I started to panic because I didn't know what else I wanted to do. Like, I know I didn't want to be a doctor, I didn't want to be a nurse. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was taking a sociology course at the time during my senior year of high school, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll major in sociology. And I remember my mom was like, think about that, because will you be able to get a job? You don't want to go into all this debt with loans and then you're not able to get a job, because sociology is one of those fields where, it could be a little difficult finding a job. She was very right, very, very right. So I started to panic because I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I really don't want to be a lawyer. Like, I'm just saying that, and like, sociology, I don't know what I would do with that. And then one day, it was in the fall, I was in my sociology course and we were watching a video about a young girl named Jeannie. And so Jeannie, if you've heard this story, was a feral child. She was pretty much abandoned up until she was 12 years old. Her parents didn't interact with her. They just kept her locked up in this room and like chained to a rocking chair for 12 years. So as a result of that, she did not develop language skills. Her cognitive level was decreased compared to other kids her age. So she wasn't able to talk at all. And I remember looking at that part of the video and I was like, she couldn't talk? She's 12. Like, she should be able to say something. She literally couldn't even use her own voice. She worked with a linguist and a speech pathologist. And I remember the speech pathologist was like showing her all these sounds and like, ooh, ee. And she also taught her a couple of basic signs. And I was like, huh, that's a job? Like, I could do that? And I don't know, that day I remember I went home and I typed in speech therapist. And ASHA came up, the website, and it was, what a speech therapist does, where they work. And I was like, oh my goodness. That's what I want to do. That's the career for me, like, no doubt. So the next day, because I was already admitted into Old Dominion University with a political science major, and I immediately changed that to speech pathology. They luckily had speech pathology. There weren't many schools in my area that offered speech pathology as a major, and the rest is history. And it was crazy because as I look back on it now, I'm like, that one moment in my life changed my life forever. I would have been stuck in a career where I was unhappy and just like doing it just because. And I'm just so grateful and so blessed to have seen that. And like I said, I never wake up and I'm like, why am I doing this? Every day I wake up, and sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I don't want to get up early. But every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm so blessed to be able to touch lives and change lives and help people communicate and eat what they want and think the way they should. It's just amazing to me. So that's really my why. I watched a video and it changed my entire life, and no day goes by where I regret that decision. It is really amazing. Now, there were some roadblocks, you know, because that's life. Like, life is never going to let you just drive on through. There's a speed bump, there's a hurdle, you know, there's a detour. It's always something, but I think that's really what makes life great, because we learn from those things and we grow from them. Undergrad, I was like, okay, it's time for me to take the GRE. Took the GRE August before my senior year and didn't have a high enough score. And I really feel like I tried my best, and I remember crying when I saw my scores, because I was like, I don't even meet the minimum. So I was like, okay, well, my dreams are over, because I'm dramatic like that, but I really felt like, wow, I can't be a speech pathologist. I can't even pass a test. But I gathered my thoughts and I said, Lauren, this is a roadblock. This is a hurdle. You can't stop. If your dream is to be a speech pathologist, then you're going to achieve that dream. About 4 months later, I think it was in January, I took the GRE again and ended up getting the scores that I needed. It was very difficult though, because you know, I was studying while having a full caseload and I was working in undergrad, and it was a lot. But I made it through, ended up getting the scores that I needed, and went from there. So I'm like, okay, had my GRE scores, my GPA was stellar, I had, you know, extracurriculars, I was in marching band. It was great, like I was good. Applied for graduate school. I think I applied to 4 schools and I got rejected from 3 schools and waitlisted for 1. So I'm like, okay, another roadblock, of course, right? Because, you know, why would it be easy? And let me tell you something, waiting to hear from the wait list was so terrifying. I think it was about a month and a half before I heard something. But it was like a month and a half of doubting myself, like, oh my gosh, what do? I don't have a plan B. I did not have a plan B. It was, you're going to grad school because that's your goal. And I hadn't thought about any other options, which I feel like you should always have a backup plan. But eventually, it was April 14th, 2014, I received an email that offered me admission into ODU's program. I was eating a slice of pepperoni pizza. I just got out of class. I remember this. I remember what I had on. I remember my hairstyle. I was wearing purple lipstick. Like, it's all in my mind. Like, it's all in my mind. And I got that email and I was in tears. I couldn't eat my pizza, y'all. Like, I was in tears and I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, that's why it pays to never give up, because if it is your dream, then it will happen. And sometimes it doesn't happen at the time we want it to, but it will happen. And let me tell you something, those roadblocks, those little detours, they threw me off. They tried to throw me off, but I kept my head in the game because I knew I had a goal to achieve. And now, being where I am, being a speech pathologist, being a medical speech pathologist, working in a field that is my passion, that doesn't feel like work, you know, and I tell people all the time, like, this is my passion. I feel like I was literally supposed to be a speech pathologist. Like, this is my calling, and I feel, like I said, so blessed and so grateful and so happy. So that's my why, and I do this, you know, going back to my why, I do this job because everybody deserves to communicate. Everybody deserves to eat what they want. Everybody deserves to be able to think things through and process a task and have conversations with people. Everybody deserves that. I don't care what color you are, what you identify as, your sexual orientation. I don't care. Everybody deserves that. And it is important to me to be able to offer that to people and to be able to play this huge important part in people's lives and get people back to work and get people eating their favorite meals and get people doing tasks that they enjoy. It's everything to me, and that's my why. So that's really the end of the video. No, I'm just kidding. I won't stop it there, but I feel very fortunate to have found this wonderful field, and I encourage anybody who is in the process now, or maybe you're facing some roadblocks, you know, maybe you are getting anxious because your grad school applications are due and you're like, I don't know. Keep your head up. Keep pushing, keep working hard. If it is meant to be for you, if it is your dream, it will happen, I promise. Just don't slack off. Don't beat yourself up, and don't make yourself think that you don't deserve it, because you do. And I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it was inspiring, because I want to inspire and help and just show you that the sky's the limit. You can do it. I promise. Like, look in my eyes. You can do it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.